Yo, 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 what up? It's your man Lyricist from the Lyricist podcast. I don't what shit, I want to welcome you guys. I'm having a moment. Tired as hell, but still roll with it.
Yeah,
Bring my man Dear for Life back. Going by you know what? I'll let you do it yourself. Go ahead.
what up, y'all? Stephen Heath Gates, whatever you want to call me. You know me as Dear for Life, Stephen Heath Gates. Still dearforlife.com. It's been a minute. I'm glad to be back. My man Lyricist. We got some hot topics for y'all. Hope y'all been doing good. And I can't wait to get into it.
Yeah, man. The reason why I'm so fucking tired is that I've been bounced between businesses and shit, like studio and like it's good to get back to the podcast, man. Because this is my way of unwinding and talking about some of the shit that's been happening around me and in the industry and shit. So,
right, no doubt. It's been a minute. I'm glad to be back, man.
Yeah, man. So, what's happening in the world of Dear for Life?
Well, it's been a minute since I rap. A lot of people know I rap, but I've been on the beats lately. Been going TikTok live. It's been a minute since I've done that. Actually, Lyricist caught me on there today. He was like, yo, let's do the pod. Let's get on there. I was like, okay, let's go. I got some time. So that's what brought us here. But yeah, man, I'm working on music, trying to dish out some beats. I'm just listening for samples all the time in between being a dad. No matter what, I'm going to stick to music and be in love with it and find some way, whether I'm rapping or doing the beats. So, and on top of that, just keeping up with hip hop culture, man. Of course, I'm in love with hip hop culture, and I'm gonna follow that no matter what. And glad I'm here.
A lot has happened in hip hop since we've been on.
Yeah,
our predictions have been dead on. Here we go, a couple years later, after the whole Kendrick Drake shit.
Right
now, I want to be clear, okay, with everybody that feels like I'm a Drake hater. I don't hate Drake. I just seen him before.
Yeah.
Hip hop has seen people like him before. And what I'm saying about like his music, I don't gravitate to it personally. It's just because I can't connect with it because of the content. Maybe I'm too adult for it. Maybe I'm in a different headspace. I just don't see myself like as a huge Drake fan. Like, yeah, I hear shit. Okay, cool, whatever. It's just other artists that speak to me, and I ain't even got to say Kendrick name. It's other artists outside of Kendrick that speak to me.
Right.
So.
Yeah, as far as Drake, when Drake first came out, I admit I was a big fan. That first mixtape, I think that's one of the best mixtapes of all time to this day. But with that being said, that's arguably his best project to this day.
That's fair.
I mean, I haven't seen a lot of growth in Drake. I always say you heard one Drake album, you heard them all. He's more of a he's more of a singles dude. I don't think he has a classic album besides that first mixtape album, whatever you want to call it. I wouldn't consider anything a classic.
Yeah.
I'm not hating. I'm not a hater. I'm a fan of hip hop, and I respect what he does. He's a single monster. He puts out a lot of, chart topping hits, and you gotta give him credit for that. But as far as being an MC or putting together a classic project, I haven't seen it.
That's fair. I mean, I give him a couple classics. That's just me, though. I give him a couple. I would say that his undisputable, classic is Take Care. But for me, I would say the better classic is Nothing Was the Same.
I think his best. Yeah, Nothing Was the Same is best album for me.
I think it was downhill after Views.
Views was disappointment.
Yeah. So it's
my opinion.
I mean, and then I'm not gonna lie, I haven't heard Iceman because when I heard For All the Dogs, y'all got my rating. I pissed off the entire internet, and I was called a hater and everything else. I thought For All the Dogs was trash. Now when he came back with Scary Hours 3, I said, hey, I wish that nigga would have did that with the whole For All the Dogs album. Now people are telling me that Iceman is something like that, and I haven't heard it yet. Now, I did listen to like the two different albums like from that. I was like, okay, these are off. Was it Made of Honor? And what's the other one?
I don't even.
BBT. Yeah, like Habibti or some shit like that. So
yeah,
I was
I'm sure they all sound exactly the same.
It was different, but it was a different type of band. So I was like,
yeah,
this maybe he just did that just to fuck with UMG. I don't know, just to get out of his contract. I don't know.
That's what I assume. Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, it's like he just dropped 2 duds to make that shit work. Iceman is the only thing that's still gravitating like up like the charts and shit, because that just seemed like that was the real album. The other 2 was just some shit just to throw it in UMG's face. Now Lupe says some weird shit. He's been on fire saying weird, stupid shit lately. And I would love to have Lupe on here because he went on one of my guys' podcasts, Jalopy Bungus. And he went on his podcast, and Jalopy, he pushed some solid points and when he was talking to him, and has some good questions about like the things that he say and even his thought pattern when it comes to Kendrick. Now I admit he's standing 2 feet like down on that shit, 10 toes down on it.
Yeah, he
it don't make it right though. So yeah, and it's like, even the shit that he said recently about Nas, I think Nas would disagree with you would not classify him as a top tier or a high level lyricist. You may not classify yourself as a top tier high level lyricist, but you can't speak for Nas. And that's something I didn't care for. And even with like the shit that he says about Kendrick, you may know some artists that's better than Kendrick, but they don't have the same spotlight as Kendrick right now. It's possible to be the end all be all. Michael Jordan he was the end all be all, but that spotlight made him the greatest. So
yeah.
And who is notably second to Michael Jordan? Kobe Bryant.
So, did Lupe, didn't he squash the Kendrick stuff recently? Just recently?
He said he squashed it, but a lot of people in TDE, like a lot of cats in TDE, don't think it's true. Just because he squashed it with Punch, don't mean that he squashed it with the crew.
Right.
Because the crew still fuck with Kendrick, but they also said that Punch can't speak for him. So I don't really know what to think of that shit.
Yeah, those Nas comments, they gotta be some sort of personal, I think.
It feels personal. It's like, why wouldn't you classify him or yourself as a top tier lyricist? Okay, so who are you saying that's above you? We've been asking for examples. What's the example? Who's better? Who's a top tier lyricist? Jizza, like, Immortal Technique, Locksmith. Give names. Don't just make an open-ended statement. Eminem. You wouldn't say that. I'm like, bro, and he's even said that he could out-rap him.
Yeah.
So these are things that, if you make the statement, you got to live up to it.
Here, I got the exact quote for you. For me, Lupe said, for me, remove the beat, remove everything else, and you just go with the words, and you throw Nas, and you create a list of people who just rap, which is a big list. It's hundreds and thousands of rappers who wouldn't rank high. I wouldn't rank him high. That doesn't mean we're not lyricists in our space, but when you isolate it to that, a lot of people don't rank high.
It's how you use the words.
Beat.
The words matter, bro. How you use the words matter. See, for him to I'm not going to give him the same, like excuse or way out of this shit like Jalopy did, man. I can't do that. And in all respect to to Jalopy, he handled that shit well. But I would tell him, like, I can't give you that, bro. It's how you use the words. It's your mastery of execution. How do you execute those words? How do you, at the end of the day, are you shaping a story? Can people see what you're saying? That's what a lyricist is.
Right.
So I don't know. I can't agree with that.
Did he say he ranks himself above Nas or no?
No, he said that they both wouldn't fit in that category. That they wouldn't. They're lyricists, but they're not at the highest caliber of lyricists. Okay, so
Lupe's a big fan of that. What's it called? There's a group in New York or something. He was talking about with Royce on live a couple times. I remember he was telling Royce to get into it, and man, I don't know. He's a big fan of that samurai stuff, man. Like he's throwing obstacles into the raps. Like he says anybody, he's tired of everybody just rapping on the beat. He says anybody can do that. He said let's throw some wrenches in it, or some stuff like that. I don't know. Lupe's different, man. He definitely doesn't think like everybody else, but at the same time he takes a lot of stuff personally.
He does.
Like against Kendrick, against Royce, I'm assuming against Nas, and
Yeah.
like he's liable to go off the rail and say whatever. So you never know with this man.
I mean, yeah, and it's like, you know, I even want to touch on the Royce thing. I seen a live where they said that Royce diss against Lupe was top 10 worst of all time.
Who said that?
Really? I forgot who it was that posted that. Top 10 worst diss of all time. Silence of the Lambda was that, not that. See,
Nah.
and the thing is that he did that shit to be light-handed. He was super light-handed on that diss.
Yeah, he was.
And it's like, if y'all never heard him on Malcolm X, you don't know how really, really disrespectful Royce can get. He didn't want to take it to that point with Lupe. You could tell.
Yeah.
He said it. Doing that back and forth on the live, he said it. He said, man, you taking this shit too personal, man. Put your shirt back on. Yeah. You know, I watched the live when they was bickering with each other.
Yeah, me too.
And then it was like, you know, and Mickey Fax didn't make it any easier because he playing sides and shit. And, you know, stirring the pot. And I forgot who else was stirring the pot. Oh, you know, Lux and Book was stirring the pot too. So it's like they was really trying to get these niggas to go at it.
But that was all because Lupe took the stuff so personally.
Exactly.
You know.
Exactly. I mean, he has a history of taking shit personal. You know, it doesn't matter who's been with. I mean, shit, Kanye, fucking, you know, Royce. Who else was it? He has some issues with outside because Kendrick never really responded. And my hat's off to Kendrick. I mean,
yeah,
like as some people say, Kendrick is everything that Lupe was supposed to be. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I can see that, but I don't know. He might he take that personally too. That's why he's mad at Kendrick. Shit.
Like I said, man, you know, I got respect for him. I just don't care for the comments. I think it's like
he wanted to be in Slaughterhouse at one point. Remember that?
Yeah. Yep. He said that he wanted to be one of the members of Slaughterhouse.
Yeah.
And it's like Lupe, you're dope. Be a dope artist, man. That's it. If don't speak for other rappers. If you want to be the rapper that does something that's like artistically different than everybody else, then do it. No one's going to stop you.
Right.
So that's just my thought pattern on it.
Shout out Lupe.
Yeah. And like for me, I don't care for like this new shit that just because Drake dropped 3 albums. This is what Giannis said. That's why he should stick to basketball. Drake dropped 3 albums, so technically he won the beef.
Giannis said that.
Giannis said
no nothing.
It's like, bro, that's why it's lanes. Master your own lane. Go get 3 rings. Do that, and then come back and talk.
He was responding to Kendrick still throughout the whole album, I heard.
Throughout the entire thing. I heard about it. Even the diehard, Drake fans were saying that, you know, he was rapping about Kendrick the entire time and other people. You know, that was a part of the beef. But the only person that got a pass was Future. That's weird to me, bro. He was one of the main motherfuckers that kicked the shit off. And you gave this nigga a pass.
Oh, he needs Future, man.
But it goes back to what K. Dot said. What did he say?
Yeah, you run to Atlanta.
You run to Atlanta. So it's like he needed that bailout. And I will never stop telling the truth about that shit. I'm like, and the lawsuit, oh man, we playing catch up today. Don't get me started on the lawsuit.
Yeah.
Shit was weird. How do you sue? Yeah, you suing hip hop, bro. And then for you to take it as far as to try to get this man's like kids' DNA and shit,
Yeah, that was wild. That was wild.
that's crazy. How did you have the right to do that? And they're like, oh well, if he was able to prove that those kids wasn't Kendrick's and it was Dave Freeze, then what he's saying in his lyrics is more real than Kendrick because Kendrick can't prove he's a pedophile.
He was hurt, bro. That's all it is. That's how bad this man was hurt.
I'm like, bro, all of that weird shit, I ain't got time for it. Y'all can make excuses. On the surface, we got more proof of what may appear to be something with Drake than we do with Kendrick. And Kendrick used that to his advantage. And it doesn't matter if it's the truth or not. It's like he mastered the art of manipulating thoughts.
Yeah.
With his lyrics.
Yeah.
No different than what No Vaseline did. No different than Who Shot You did. No different, even though Who Shot You, Biggie said it wasn't a diss. I still say it was. No different than Hit 'Em Up or Dollars and Cents. I can go all day, listen all types of shit, diss records and stuff. If you can make the fans or the listeners believe something about that person, then it works. Wanksta worked. And everything that 50 did about Ja Rule worked. So, I didn't expect the outcome like that. I didn't expect for Kendrick to end, Drake's career. Or her.
I expected him to win. I expected him to win, but
absolutely,
yeah, nobody saw that coming.
Yeah, and it's like when he dropped that, what was that first diss that Drake dropped?
Before Drake push-ups.
Yeah, it was the push-up shit, right? When he was with the size 7 shoe shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, it was funny. It was funny. And I said it then. I said it on the podcast. I said, okay, so we got to see what Kendrick going to do. I remember we were covering one song, right? Were we recording when we covered one song and then we found out that he dropped Not Like Us?
Yeah, we were. That was unbelievable.
It was like, what the fuck just happened? We did a whole pod talking about this shit, and it fucking extended the pod.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. But yeah, share your thoughts, bro.
Well, as far as Drake and his standpoint in hip hop, first of all, you're right about the court stuff. That was unbelievable. It was never before seen in hip hop. Probably never be seen again. Well, who knows the way hip hop's going. But the judge saw that stuff. He tossed it immediately. Nobody talks about that anymore. That's another L on top of the hip hop L. I can't comment on these 3 albums. I'll be honest. I haven't heard all of these albums. Like I said, I assume they all sound very similar. The singles, they all sound like Drake singles. They're for the ladies. They don't really move me. They're not something I put in rotation.
Mm-hmm.
To me, I didn't think Drake could bounce back from taking the L and then trying to sue them on top of it. But I guess he technically has, because he went number 1 with Iceman. He might get out of his deal. I'd be surprised if that doesn't get held up somehow, by the way.
Yeah. I mean, and I say this, look, when you throw a piece of bread in water, what do you get? It absorbs and it expands, right? So in this situation, it was the reverse. You just drop water into a piece of bread. This shit has been, hip hop has been in a position where it's been like, taking a downward spiral. And people have been waiting for a response from Drake in any fashion when it comes to musically, right? So it was like a drought. So it don't mean that it's going to be something that last forever. I'm like, he dropped something when nobody else was going to drop.
Yeah.
So, and people already expected. People went to this shit expecting him to take shots at Kendrick. They want to hear the Kendrick shit. They want to hear what he feels about Kendrick now that Kendrick has won the battle. Drake is still, you know, a huge artist. We'd never say that that's going to be affected by it, but people view him differently, and that was Kendrick's goal. If Kendrick was to engage again, I think that he would lose again. But he has to really, really work hard to get Kendrick to fucking engage. Right now, Kendrick feel like I don't have to respond to none of that shit.
You think Kendrick will ever diss him again?
I think Kendrick would keep it subliminal because he earned the right to.
Right.
Why? It's like I wouldn't have to say your name. It's like it's like he not like M. M keep going after MGK. He'll keep fucking with Benzino. He keep fucking with these guys. He don't care. He don't care, man. Because it's like it was so fucking high up on like the hip hop Mount Rushmore shit that he don't even care about possibly blowing a motherfucker up by saying their name. He don't care because he feel like if I have to blow you up, I want to blow you up.
I was about to say, bro, they should have done that the Young Money back in the day when they had a chance. We wouldn't be talking about this Drake stuff right now. Back when it was, I remember at one point it was about to be Shady versus Young Money. It was like some animosity brewing there, but it never popped off. But they should have just done with it back in the day. We wouldn't be talking about this stuff right now. This
because that's a problem that Wayne didn't want to deal with. Wayne was really, really big, but he still knew on the other side of that shit, a resurgent Eminem after Eminem dropped Recovery, he didn't want to deal with that shit.
Nah, they didn't want none of that.
No.
You're right about that.
And I tell people, I'm like, when M caught his second win with Recovery, he knew what happened with Relapse. He knew what happened with that. But when he caught his second win with Recovery, and that shit was massive, like people don't think that shit was massively successful. Recovery was massively successful because people didn't expect that type of album from Eminem.
Yeah,
he had a lot of commercial hits on there and everything.
Yeah,
more than he has on any other album. And
I also love Relapse, by the way. But
I like Relapse too.
A lot of people don't like Relapse.
Man, 3 a.m. is a classic.
I love that whole album. A lot of that album, especially 3 a.m.
Yeah, and I'm like, and I tell people Recovery is a classic too.
Recovery is definitely a classic.
And but people pick and choose when it comes to Eminem. That's why I don't really have that conversation. But the whole Young Money thing. I mean, Young Money, they need to stay out of rap battles, bro. I don't think Nicki won one. I think Remy beat her.
Remy definitely beat her.
I think
Megan beat her.
Megan beat her. I think Cardi beat her.
You might be right.
I don't think she won one. And I'm like, man, and if Doja wake the fuck up and stop being a fan, she'll beat her too.
Man, you seen Nicki with Trump?
Hey man, the Nicki fans, they fight for life, for their dear life. No pun intended.
Right.
They fighting for dear life. They hanging on.
That stuff's crazy, man.
Yeah, man, they hanging on, bro. They hoping that she come back to like the light, man. But nah, man, she trying to keep that Trump card, bro. She ain't trying to lose it. Like, well,
what did you think about that Jay-Z freestyle?
I thought the Jay-Z freestyle was good. Take it from a person that's been served by Jay-Z. A cease and desist for a diss record. Hey, even I say that nigga, he was like, he did what he was supposed to do.
Hip hop needed that, man. I mean, geez.
And they talk about, well, I thought that he wasn't gonna get involved in it because he said, battling in hip hop, there's no place for it anymore. But he never said that he wouldn't respond.
Yeah,
he never said that. He just said that this current state of hip hop can't handle battles anymore. They can't.
Right.
Look at the shit. Niggas is doing like research, like they're hiring fucking like PIs and shit. Regular people are hiring PIs to help Drake. Who does that?
Yeah, you're right. It's wild.
So it's like just let rap be rap. And that's what Jay was trying to, pretty much say. He come from that generation of like, if I dish you, then I'm gonna try to, make sure it sticks. And when he said what he said about Nas, he had to apologize. It was effective because his mom made him apologize. That's how you know this shit was bad. When your mom said, "Ooh, okay, I need you to go apologize for that. That's not okay."
Yeah. Truth.
So I don't know, man. What's your thoughts on it?
I love the freestyle. Like I said, I thought hip hop needed that. The direction hip hop's going, man, it's not good. I mean, we got a bunch of OGs carrying torches right now, and there's no youngins out there, in my vision, that seem to be on the verge of taking any of the torches. I mean, I feel like the culture needs a breath of fresh air, and feels like every now and then Jay-Z pops up and gives hip hop some CPR, and that was one of the times where it felt like he's giving us life. So I like how he was responding to everybody subliminally, but yet everybody knew who he was talking about, and it was effective. So yeah, loved it.
Yeah, and it's like for me, man, different individuals in hip hop need to step up. And it's like we're dealing with a time where it is just like there's no one to pass the torch to. Or we also deal with the crazy problem of, do these three want to give up the torch? Do Cole, Kendrick, and Drake want to give up the torch?
Yeah.
And I don't think they want to let it go. I'm not seeing that right now. It's like Kendrick don't owe anybody a stamp. You know what I mean? And he get the pressure of being like the number one guy of, having to pass the torch. But why is no one making Drake pass the torch?
Yeah.
Why is it when Kendrick finally takes the spot of number one, he's automatically being forced to relinquish it, to stamp somebody and move along.
Right.
So for me, I have an issue with that. It's like, I don't know if these three really want to give it up. I can say the closest to the individuals that's like out of those three that's willing to give it up is J. Cole.
Yeah.
He seemed like he's resigned already.
Yeah, he don't care.
Yeah. But it's like a lot of shit. So my thoughts with J. Cole, I'm hard on him too. I don't like the quitting shit. And I don't like the apology shit.
Me neither. I agree. He's not. He don't have the competitive spirit in him. And if when he does get a boost of it, he feels bad for his opponent.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
And I wouldn't. And I wouldn't. Because right now that Gucci gang nigga still talking shit about him.
Oh my God, I saw that. I can't believe that. Didn't they sit down and have a talk or something? And now
man, he set that man down like his child.
That's wild, man. That's why that's a good example of why there's nobody here to take these torches and carry the culture. Because of that right there. That's the influence, that's the impact on the youth right there. What's his name? Lil Pump.
Yeah.
That's the carbon copy prototype right there for the artist.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind, this version of NBA YoungBoy actually taking it, now that he's able to go out and do tours and, be the artist he was supposed to be years ago. It seemed like he kind of calmed down a little bit.
I haven't heard much about him at all, so I couldn't tell you.
Because he not acting like a crash out no more. So I guess his fans ain't got shit to talk about no more.
Yeah.
he ain't all drugged up and under lock and key like he was. So it's nothing interesting to talk about anymore. So all the adversity that he was dealing with is off the table. Now that he's able to go out and be a regular artist. Talk about him while he's, selling out these stadiums and shit.
Right.
Selling out these venues. But it's like they're down with that. They don't want to talk about him no more. They don't want to talk about Cardi no more. So the artists that they was trying to shove in our face, they don't want to talk about them no more. But when we said, okay, why aren't we talking about these two no more? It's because it's not as appealing.
Right.
So I don't get it. I'll never get it. All right, man. So that is the end of this pod. I mean, it's been a minute, y'all. We had a lot of shit to catch up on. But for the next pod, we're going to be catching up with more shit and getting into some of the new shit.
Yeah.
So before we get out of here,
groove a little bit.
Yeah, before we get out of here, Steve, man, is there anything you want to share with them?
As always, man, just keep up with me, dearforlife.com. You can follow me on TikTok. I'll be going live from time to time. I mean, it's hard to tell when, but if you follow me on TikTok, catch me going live. Twitter too. I got a Twitter, S Gates Jr. I'll be getting a little political on Twitter. I don't be getting all my political stances on here because, how people are about politics. A lot of people don't want to talk about it. A lot of people get upset, take it personally. So
shit, we talk about.
If you want to see my political side, get on Twitter, S Gates Jr. We could talk about it there. Other than that, stay tuned. Next pod, I'll be here.
All right, y'all. Thanks for rocking with us. Welcome back, and we look forward to the next pod. Peace.
Yeah.